What up, I'm DJ EFN, and we're in the green room with Monster Energy Music, and right now I have the pleasure of being with Royce the 5'9".
My brother.
What's going on?
How you doing, sir?
And we're gonna talk about what's going on this whole weekend, what he's been doing, and a lot more, so stay tuned.
Thank you for coming.
Now, we celebrating something real special right now, the Allegory. I learned a lot of my vocabulary from hip hop.
Well, at least you pronounced it right.
So we here, we in Detroit with you.
Yes, sir.
You're doing the album rollout. What's this weekend been like, this whole week?
Super busy, just doing a whole lot of just interviews, being extremely vocal. I did a, well, it was supposed to be a listening party, and somehow it turned into a performance by me. So we did that.
People want what the people want.
Man, I think Keno wanted this. So I ended up performing.
Make some noise for Royce the 5'9".
So talk to us, like, how much of Detroit is always in your music?
It birthed my desire to always be technical. Like our whole generation, circa 95, as soon as I got out of high school, I went up to the hip hop shop for the first time. I seen Marshall, Elzai, Proof. They were rapping on a level that I hadn't even seen or heard. Right. There was something about that generation of us where we just all shared the same desire to push the pen. I started rapping, just rapping other people's raps extremely well.
Like who? Give me a couple examples.
E40, Bring the Yellow Tape.
Okay.
E40, Bring the Yellow Tape, I can say exactly like E40. Any Redman song. Razzcast, Nature of the Threat.
Woo.
The bigger the vocabulary, the better.
Right.
Our whole generation, from Proof to D12 to Slum Village, myself, Obi Trice, everybody that used to be at the hip hop shop got a record deal. Every single person. And prior to our generation, there was no such thing as a Detroit artist that was on a national level.
Hip hop artist.
Yes, hip hop artist, yes. So when Marshall got his deal, everybody started getting deals.
Right now we at the Garden Theater, Detroit, literally the heart of the city right here on Woodward. Out here supporting Royce the 5'9". You see the lines? I'm from Coney Gardens, actually. I grew up with Dilla. I still talk to my Dukes. But it's crazy just to see, Royce progression, man. I remember, Rock City Royce, Rhinestone Royce, you know what I'm saying? But to see where he at now, it's insane, and I'm proud of him. So we had to come out and support for the city.
It's always special to see somebody that went off and made it, represented the whole time they went off and did their thing and coming back. And you always got to come out and support that.
It make it special tonight because, this is hometown, it's the city, and he putting out something, a new project. I'm quite sure it's real special to him because it's the first one that he, produced himself.
I'm excited about it because it's produced 100% by myself. Hey! It's my first time. Hey! It's my first time diving into production.
How did you get to the place where you felt I could produce my entire project?
I never actually got to that place. I started just kind of messing around. It started out with the MPC. I sat on FaceTime with DJ Premier for 2 hours. And he walked me through.
That must be nice.
Well, I'm not bragging or anything. You asked. No, I'm just kidding.
How many of y'all out there familiar with DJ Premier? Come here with your camera. On the count of 3, I want y'all to say, "We love you, Preem." 1, 2, 3. We love you, Preem. 1, 2, 3.
So I talked to him for 2 hours. He walked me through how to use it. So I gained a basic understanding of how to, at least program drums.
Is this right here? This is where you're producing? In this
I use this now. I use this now. Yeah, I produce here and then I cut vocals over there on that side. So that's the Pro Tools side and this is the Logic side. Yeah, Logic is good for me. The reason why it was good for me is because I learned Pro Tools first because I'm a rapper.
Right. Where are you on samples? Your sample game is crazy on this album.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm a rabbit hole connoisseur, you know what I'm saying? I'm a rabbit hole kind of guy. I'll go on YouTube and I'm 5 hours straight, just finding samples, looking for samples, calling people. My DJ is always got new shit. You know what I mean? I can always get him to send me stuff. It's just another reason for me to practice, and I love to practice.
I also noticed the way you sequence the beats is not like the normal, you know, you got verse, hook, like yours was a little bit more creative. Did that come from someone and someone inspire that? Was that just you? Was that the rapper in you saying, I would like to hear a beat like this? I want to come in without a drum pattern here and this and that?
I always arrange any project I got anything to do with. It always ends up being my job unless I'm working with Marshall or DJ Premier. When I work with them two, they arrange. Or we meet halfway. Well, me and Preem meet halfway. Me and Marshall don't meet anywhere. He's just like, this is the arrangement. I'm telling you, I'm OCD. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want it to be like anything. I didn't want it to be like anything that exists right now.
It's its own thing, like for sure. It's very creative.
Yeah,
even down to the skits.
Yeah, I just wanted it to be like, because my last album, I had like a lot of conceptual songs. I had like a lot of stories. And I knew prior to making that album exactly what I wanted to do. With this album, I didn't even know I was making an album. I just started messing with beats and one thing led to another, and I looked up and I had a couple songs and I agreed to do an EP, which is 4 songs.
Right.
And I couldn't figure out how to get 4 songs to exist with each other and it feels like a complete thought. So I kept adding to it. And next thing you know, like I started having a direction in my mind and one thing led to another. I looked up and I was too far into the process to not produce it myself.
But by the way that sounds, it would seem that that you're just doing it in the moment and just getting it out of your system. But it's the projects, and this one specifically, sounds very well thought out.
Yeah.
Like conceptually. Like, tell me if I'm wrong. This is what I got off of first listen. I felt like the same vibe off of listening to Public Enemy, Dead Prez, and 444, all in one project.
Yeah, I mean, that's good company. Thank you, man. I mean, I don't want to sound dismissive when I say getting it out, but I do want to come off a little bit dismissive when I say, that's it. I don't care after that. Like no validation seeking. That's a very dangerous thing. It's a dangerous place to be mentally as a creative. I mean, so that's the only time I get a little bit dismissive with the way that I talk about it. I talk about the art like it's, you know, like it's kind of disposable at that point. Because, I mean, in a way, it kind of is.
I feel like every artist, how many artists we got out there? Yeah. Okay, well, let me tell you something, artists. I always say this. The success is a journey, but the art is a destination. It's a place that you need to get to, right? You need to find out your self-definition, what defines you. Find out what that is and express that in the most unapologetic way possible.
If you can get to that place, then it's just easy from there. The only time the art gets hard and it becomes stressful is when you allow too many people into the ecosystem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you start making decisions based off of, okay, so I gotta be on the charts, or I gotta have something that's gonna be playing on the radio, and I gotta have something, and it's just like, bro, I guarantee you Thriller didn't get made like that.
Oh, for sure.
Nobody's sitting in the boardroom and writing on little sticky post-its about how to sell Thriller.
No.
It's just Thriller. You know what I mean? And it's that's what classic music does to you. There is no explanation. It's just understood. It don't need to be said. It's Thriller.
What's past this album? Like, are you even seeing that far? Is it chilling, not doing music for a minute, waiting to see how, you know, what it feels like to do something else?
One of my passions is that I want to produce full albums for other people. I want to produce an album where I don't have to write the raps.
Who do you want to produce for? Like, ideally?
I would love to produce for somebody who people wouldn't think I would be able to. I think I can do anything, man, because...
Even outside of hip-hop?
Yeah, well, why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I feel like hip-hop is just like, it's something that's taking over the world. You know what I mean? Like, I just seen like a country and western artist, not Lil Nas X,
Right.
a country and western artist performing like a rapper.
No, hip-hop has permeated everything.
Yeah, it's
Everything.
like we took over everything.
Yeah.
We took over the world. So I mean, as long as I don't have to like know how to like know theory or read music or, you know what I mean, like do some extreme like orchestrate out beat, I feel like I could do it.
Well, Royce, thank you for having us in Detroit. You got some Miami boys freezing out here. But it's been an honor to be here and talk to you about the album. The album is amazing.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Shout out to Monster Energy for having us both here as well.
Yes.
So, thank you, man.
Always love, man. Love and respect.
Appreciate you, man.
Legend.
Appreciate
for sure.
the work you're doing.
Thank you, man.